following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
The system directory stands before you, the letters shifting ever so slightly on the screen, and a low moaning hum coming from the altar. It's giving you a couple of options, or guidelines, should I say. It's like you could engage in the trial of the worthiness, but you could clown up for the noises. You could prostrate yourself before the future. You could investigate the archaeologism.
I'll investigate the archaeologism.
Okay. It's password protected. I'll give you 3 attempts to guess what the password is.
Is it one word?
Well, you won't know.
Destructo?
No. Beep beep.
Destructo?
Nope.
Alright, I need password. I've tried 2 things.
I mean, you could always try and hack it.
I will try hacking it now.
I just thought you might like to guess the passwords.
I just try.
Maximilian, Evolution, Perfection.
The Destroyer.
The Destroyer.
Could be the creator, that's the problem.
What 2 passwords did you use?
Doctor Destructo and Destructo.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. Right. 26.
You are unable to hack the password, but you have not triggered security.
I'll give it one more attempt.
Okay.
30.
That's enough. Exactly enough. You open you get the password, and there, stretched out before you, is the system folder.
Delete system.
What was the password in the end? Does he know, or does he just bypass it?
There is a ledger above it. Everything you do is average. Everything he does is divine.
Trying to look for anything pertaining to the juicer.
I mean, the schematics, that's in the schematics folder, is right there.
Yep. But I want to,
There it is. Girljuicer.dll.
can I modify the file?
You don't have write access.
Can I get write access?
Can you get write access?
28.
The denial screen reads, cleverness is self-promotion, wisdom is unfair.
You could maybe, I don't know if this would work, you could maybe create a copy and then alter that one.
And then switch the places. I'll try that.
Literally just told you to not make any noise here again.
Right, so yeah, I'll try and copy the file.
Easy.
Yep, and
What are you copying it onto?
just onto the file, onto itself.
Oh, the schematics library doesn't have extra room.
No, not enough room. Okay.
What, do any of the libraries have any room?
No, the libraries are always sized to be exactly 1 byte larger than necessary. That's how they work.
And it's already gone through an upgrade not long ago, so I'll try to access it again.
Close this in 30 days.
$39.
You are now able to write into the schematics library.
So I want to alter it in a way that it won't actually juicer.
Easy.
So that's what I'll do.
The activation circuit. Just close it off there and make a loop.
Yep.
So now all it will do is light up.
Yep.
Easy, no problem.
And then I'll save that back into the
Done.
schematic.
No worries. Done. That
And-
library schematic is now altered. The log. You'll notice that the log now has a today's date as the last update date.
And then I'll
Date,
send
date,
that to
date,
to where it's being used at the moment.
Where is it being used at the moment, Stephen? Our gamer?
See if I can find it.
What are you looking for?
The construction room, wherever it would have a.
You see, that would actually be controlled by well, not by the altar, but by the construction and maintenance area master frame. Not here.
Which is upstairs. Which is one of those. Other, I'm assuming.
Has the thing reached them yet? Have it passed them?
Oh, just there ages ago. It's a computer terminal. Look at that happy little thing. It looks like a box. It's got a face on it and a keyboard. Nice. It has a floppy disk drive slot for some reason.
It's not zip disk.
So I'll explain to the guys what I've just done.
And it's called, it's got a little label on it that's a Northern Trial Terminal. And then underneath that it's got
Which is Northern Trial Terminal or Southern?
It's Northern Trial Terminal and Southern Trial Terminal.
I need. I'll tell them what I need. The maintenance one.
Okay. Did you find any?
Well,
It's raised a flag.
I've just changed the file so the juicer will not juice anymore.
Okay.
But I can't upload it to the constructor from here.
Should we not be more
From
focused?
poking around, you should know that the constructor has to requisition the file. So if you can just get it to re-requisition the schematic, you should be golden.
So I need it to re-requisition the folder.
Well,
The terminal beside you says, error, unable to establish link with central. Network failure. Please contact local Destructo Overlord for support. Unable to contact local Destructo Overlord. Network failure. Please contact... Scroll.
Yeah. Well, I'll see what else I can find. See if I can actually get it. Find a way that to force it from here to think that the file it's got is corrupt.
Can you not pull up the schematic to the altar and see what it actually does?
I'll bring up the schematics of the altar if I can.
Okay, so the altar is more complex than you would have expected.
Yeah.
About 75% of this system's operating command structure is just working the altar and this room in relation to it. Without an exceptional IT role, it'll take you a few minutes to actually glean understanding from looking at this.
28.
That's not exceptional. So what are you guys doing while he's going?
But can I also not look at the screen as well?
Sure. How much machine code do you know?
Oh, it's a mission.
Pretty much nothing, to answer your question.
Yeah.
Just waiting on stuff happening.
Can you read it?
not from down here, and not if I was up there.
Can't you read all languages?
Yeah, languages. That's gobbledygook.
It's a language.
And bees flying around is a language. Can't read that either.
So a few minutes later.
Yep.
Right, so this whole thing has been constructed as some sort of proof of God. Because only Dr. Destructo would be able to solve this chamber And therefore, only Dr. Destructo would be alive to proceed down from this chamber to command. And therefore, Maximilian can meet God, because only God can descend down that far.
So that's not Maximilian. I'll point that out to the guys. That's not Maximilian.
With the big robot, of course it's not.
As you say that's not Maximilian, the screen lights up with a phrase that says, sometimes confrontation is only confrontation.
Right.
Seems too coherent anyway.
The only beep beep. Another flag.
No, your communicator is beeping. Your communicator is beeping.
Hello.
Hi! How's it going?
God, busy, but you alright?
You're going to win, right?
Why?
I just, you know, I didn't do this to myself so that you could die. I need to know you're going to win. You're confident though, right?
As confident as I normally am.
Oh god. He says he's going to die.
What?
He says he's definitely going to die. Yeah, but you need to win.
I realise that, but
And not destroy the base.
yeah, I did.
Yes,
say
I'm
that.
telling him!
Yeah, I know we're not supposed to destroy the base. Her words were, "Try not to destroy the base at all costs."
She says, try not to mince words, it won't go well for you.
Sorry.
I just thought, you know, given that I'm smarter than you, and you're taking so long and I haven't heard anything blow up yet, which is really weird for you guys, that maybe I could help without going down into the danger virus corruption zone
Well,
over the super encrypted digital line.
unfortunately, I can't show you what's going in here. What I need to do is get to the to stop the juicer from being finished.
Can we not call it the juicer?
That's what.
It's literally what it's called, dude!
Here's
Like the extractor. How about the
Okay.
extractor?
Hillbillies prefer to be not to be called Sons of the Soul, but
Just-
that ain't gonna happen.
I've changed the schematics on the extractor so it won't work, but
Oh, cool. So she's safe.
but
Because the machines have
No.
finished building it.
yeah, it was fast.
Yeah, we've been watching them.
It needs to find out that it's wrong somehow. I need to get to the
So it would need to what?
it needs to re-upload. It needs to
Okay.
Requisition.
re-requisition the file.
No problem. Hang on a minute. Sounds of.
You just destroyed it, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, it's
Now it has to build it again.
hopefully it'll requisition it. It should be pretty obvious that
Huh? Okay. I have to go. The building robots are coming back in.
be careful. Don't do
Okay,
it.
Xander.
Yeah.
I love you.
What? Okay. Right, we're gonna get this done.
Unfortunately, because you're accessing the library, the maintenance section now cannot access the library, and so its query is backed up behind you. The fact that you're accessing it without doing anything has raised another security flag.
I'll pull out of that library.
How strong's your pull-out game, dude?
I've only got one kid.
That's not a challenge. Man, I'm a bastard. I stopped myself, so I'm not a bastard. Or am I? No. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's happening.
So the only way for us to go down any further is to continue the trial, because only Dr. Destructo would be able to finish this trial, is what he believes.
Well, I think you have to progress through the next steps, and
Yes.
we've got consoles up there for assuming we make it out of here.
Yep, but we've got to finish this. Rivers just destroyed the juicer,
Yay, mission complete.
but I'm hoping that it's taken the file I've made. I was in the library at the time that it was trying to access it. Hopefully it's taken that one.
The screen beside you has changed what it's saying. Just saying. You don't have to read it.
What does it say?
It says, conversation overheard intimating that the file has been altered and the destruction is intentional. Restoring from backup.
But that is the backup.
No, that's the library. The archive is where everything is copied to. And guess what you can't access from here?
Well, that's great. We can't talk either.
Or you
Awesome.
could just move away from the terminal
Yep.
to the center of the ring where they can't hear you because it's so far away.
But that might be what I wanted to think.
Roll your deception!
It's a computer. It takes things literally, whether you're trying to deceive or not, right?
21.
No, that's better than it's... I'd need a 20. I'd need a 20.
Dr. Destructor has not done well with deception.
I'm just saying it's because it's a computer.
Okay, the
but-
screen now says, oh, cool. They think we're idiots. Don't change it.
Xander's looking here with a gobsmacked face, just... Anyway, we've got to continue with the trial.
If anybody can fold this thing into thinking.
No, we're not trying to deceive it at all. We are following the trial.
Okay.
Let's not assume it can
Why
just
would the
hear.
Why would the trial contain Dr. Destructo singing his own praises? Clearly, we've already failed.
No, because it's sunk down further.
I mean, is this Dr. Destructor singing his own praises or Maximilian singing Dr. Destructor?
I think it was wanting Dr. Destructor to tell him of his great works. To prove that he is Dr. Destructo.
Well, that didn't work because you clowns got down here.
So, I'll have a look at what the next step is.
The step is complete trial. Defeat Guardian.
Defeat Guardian.
Can you access the schematics for that?
Yes, he can.
I'll access schematics of the Guardian.
Okay, what you're looking at here is a Series 1 Destructo construction armature, modified with non-constructive lenience. It has had added Debronium armor plating, which is what he used to use about 20 years ago for his big robot scorpion things. This is especially effective against projectile weaponry and thousand-fold swords. In fact, it is specifically noted that it wrecks swords. Permanently and forever.
What about cleavers?
You don't have the
I don't have the cleaver!
I mean, the cleaver was made of Debronium too, so that would have been effective for 1 or 2 strikes, and then it would have blunted itself beyond all recognition. It has been uploaded with ATAC tactical software, which is... It used to be really cutting edge about 20 years ago, but it's pretty standard now. It has a multi-targeting capability, and it has an enhanced sensor package.
Does it have an off switch?
It does have a weakness,
Tiny little square on the
an
back of its stick.
intentionally built-in weakness. The plates on its back are not made out of Debronium at all. They're made out of tritanium, a comparatively weak metal.
Comparatively weak.
It's susceptible to neutron lasers.
Everybody break out your neutron lasers. Oh wait!
Furthermore, the ocular recess is also a bioforce gun,
Yep.
which, if hit with a quantum destabilization ray, would cause it to backfeed into its power supply and explode. So if you were the light brigade, you'd be sound as a pound.
Well, Sulan would just shoot it there with an arrow.
No, arrows will make it work harder.
So.
Magic missile.
Not quantum. I
Damn!
mean, it would hit, but it wouldn't do anything.
It would do 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Immunity affects magic.
Ah. Ah.
You mean 1D mage?
No, 1 mage damage.
So 2.
Well, I don't know how much help that was.
Does it have a self-destruct device?
Of course it doesn't.
See if you can pull up a schematic for a quantum destabilization ray. You may better build one from parts.
I can't find a plane, or I can, but can I find a plane for it?
No, I mean, even if you could,
Yeah,
there's
I know.
not the parts here to build one.
He just wants the plane.
Like in this facility.
Like, on Earth. It needs an element you don't have. Besides which, there isn't schematics for one.
Yeah.
It's a shame you can't make
Apparently, another weird thing is that its motor controls can be disabled with a muon field.
You know what a muon field is?
Mo.
Do I?
Yeah?
Shame you can't make it actually think you're Dr. Destructo, because then it wouldn't.
That's what I thought.
Well, it sure is a pity it couldn't get another update with a better and more efficient OS. If only we knew someone that knew how to update it.
Minty ones are really good.
Well, so far we've proved to be Dr. Destructo, so if I was to write a program, of course it would be better than my program 20 years ago.
The screen says, "Nice try, ass shit."
And I don't think what worked on the last robot will work on this one. Not enough anyway.
So eventually you look at the schematics of the rest of the room. And there's 2 terminals in it, which are called Trial Terminal North and Trial Terminal South.
Yep.
And they operate the muon field projector and the obvious laser.
So, we'd have to...
But they both need to be used at the same time.
So somehow we'd have to use both these terminals at the same time.
Aren't they in the same place?
No.
North and south.
And
At opposite ends of the.
just another thing for your consideration, the one to the south was not in English.
What language was it in?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Which variant?
Well, the screen was off, so...
Sorry. It's a variant that doesn't exist in like the actual real world here, which is Lower Nitaken.
Can I access other robots in this facility?
Not from this terminal. Not from the altar. You can, however, call Seraphine.
Is that this way she went?
Seraphim.
And what's that? Do I know?
How would you know? You haven't looked, you haven't asked.
So we're going to access both computers at the same time.
Or rather, they both need to be being accessed.
They both need to be being accessed at the same time.
It seems there's some kind of proximity activity monitor.
Okay, how do we get to that?
That's, I thought about if I could get a robot or 2 down here to access them remotely so I could control them and...
Somebody would identify as a neutral or friendly so that it wouldn't attack.
Like a raven feather is falling on your head.
I don't even think I could get to either terminal in my thief form. There's too much light in this area.
Yeah, and between the hexes, light comes up, so
Yeah.
no shadows. Of course, on the Netflix series, there'd be just enough shadows for it to give that sort of gritty depth, but they're not really there. Also, you'd all be like McSpackanese women who don't need no man. And you would be gay and a coke addict.
And black.
I said McSpackanese, so as long as you're not white, that's fine.
There's this Seraphine program too. I don't know what that's all about.
Can you try to access what it does?
I'll access it, see what it does.
It activates and calls Seraphine.
It activates and calls Seraphine.
And that is
I don't know.
something that flies, I assume.
We've got not many other options on here. I can't access the robot directly. I can't call other robots to access.
How far away are the terminals? Like, they're at the opposite ends.
You see that circle?
They're the X's?
They're at the top and the bottom of the circle. They're not in the
Oh.
X's, you can't get to that area. The
top
shimmering
bottom.
field prevents it.
So, like... What's the diameter of the altar?
The diameter of the altar is about 1/3 of a football field's length.
Okay.
It is a doable distance to run if you're a fucking colossal athlete.
Or in a robot suit.
Or in a robot. Exactly.
It's just whether or not you make it before the robot blows you the fuck up.
Well, that's why you have the other team are in defense.
Multi-targeting.
I have the feeling this was going to result in some of us playing distraction.
It's multi-target.
Hmm.
Besides, I need to take Xander with me to one. Because he can't run. He's not black.
Kind of.
Yeah, but
People
who's going
know
to
what they're
operate
doing
the
on
other
the
one?
telephone.
If you're-
To be fair, these are
I need to be proximity.
consoles, so we need one of you would either.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We have
Jumping
to
speed's real quick.
we have to have Black Knight at one and you at the other because you're the two closest thing we have to tech weenies.
Okay, so which one of you can read Japanese?
And that's the other
He
problem.
knows some.
He does.
said.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
Surely you don't.
Nah.
Not
You
enough
just
to actually
recognise
use a
it.
computer.
No, not like he can't read the language. Much in the same way that
But
like
you can read
if you're
language, right?
if you're passingly familiar with a
yeah,
language, you can like pick up
you'd
some
see some and you know that's Japanese,
Japanese.
but you wouldn't know what it said. Like, yeah.
So we need to get Bevan to Japanese.
Thomas has a better chance of understanding anything I translate, so a team of him and I have a better chance on the southern terminal. But we still have to get Xander, the gamer.
I could fly you to the other terminal with some ice protection from
This is.
from Soviet.
I'm going to ignore this as any type of precursor of things to come.
It's not ominous.
Any moment now, ceiling
I
face!
have
Why did I cut my hair before I needed to play Dr. Destructo? I ask. It was just selfish of me. So, you've all come up with a plan, no doubt.
Not really.
That plan
We're
is
coming
run
up
and hope for
with-
the best.
Yep.
Well, at least. Well, I thought your plan was jump.
I'll call
Yeah.
Get there
Seraphine.
quickly, carry.
What?
Oh,
Call Seraphine.
Are you sure?
Well, are we sure we're going to do it?
Have you got more
Yeah,
info
but
on
what if this
exactly
is a
what
robot that
Seraphine?
also shows up to fight us?
Well,
What information do we have on
nothing.
Seraphine?
We've got nothing on anything.
Except we know that a Seraphim is like a warrior Valkyrie woman who can fly. Does that give us any clues?
It's an angel.
Pretty much. Except it's female.
What?
Seraphim's a female, right?
Seraphim is a class of angel.
And all angels are men. Except I prefer to think of them as not, because that's way hotlier.
Yeah.
Well, I always just think of that fantasy Valkyrie, woman.
No,
Thing.
no.
The sequel.
They- in the Bible, one of them was a twisting mass of vipers, and You really don't want to see what they actually look like.
All those Randy Ortons writhing around.
They have voices in their head.
In my veins! Do it!
In my veins.
Satan was an angel, and there's a Dr. Destructor robot named Satan.
No relation.
Unable to call in reinforcement. Network connection failure. And that's right under the contacting Satan.
Right, guys. Can we be very careful about what we talk about near these terminals? If you guys want to chat, step away from them at
I
least.
am
Surveillance area,
talking into,
era,
I am
discovery
talking directly into
probable.
all of your communicators.
Well, I assumed it when we were planning, but to avoid any problem with the computer,
You
we
go
were
into the center?
Yeah.
I'm still lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. If it gets any darker, we might want to close that. But
Probably do it now.
let's leave it open for just a little bit longer.
The breeze.
Because I'm so hot.
It's so hot today, yeah.
Get a heat.
Can't afford one.
You want it to be
I
colder, by
really
the way.
can't afford
Not
one after
warmer.
today.
Air conditioner.
Thanks to you shits.
Oh.
Yeah. I spent my $70 on printing for you fucks for D&D. I got this far through the file list before I had to stop because I couldn't afford more.
Shit.
Yeah. So heat pumps? Yeah, no, but that's not happening. I mean, if it gets really, really bad, I do have a fan we can plug in for a limited amount of time, but they really end up costing quite a bit. But anyway.
Can I see if there's any schematic on Seraphim in the program?
So you're looking through but you're going back into the file structure to look for anything related to Seraphim.
Yep.
Give me an IT roll for searching for that.
39.
And how long do you intend to look for that?
If I don't find it within 10 minutes, it's not there.
10 minutes, okay. He fucks off without saying anything.
I wonder if we can use this sort of altar to our advantage if you guys do want to make a dash for the computers as well. In the sense that it doesn't seem to want to destroy it. So maybe if you can keep in close as line of sight, if you know what I mean, between the robot and the thing, so that the only choice it has to shoot you is to also destroy the altar. If you follow me, it might buy you a little more time to get there.
Although I don't think the problem is getting there. We can get there in a few seconds.
Okay, so you find a few references to the Seraphim in the thing that's basically like it granting access and travel permissions and some sembler instructions and that sort of thing, but nothing really specifically on it. Your search, however, is interrupted by your communicator beeping, disturbing you, causing you to go "Configurable" across the keyboard, which security locks you out for all time from that particular area.
Right, I'll step away from the keyboard and answer. Yes.
Hey, you've won now, right? You're standing triumphant over the giant omni-browed robot thing?
No, we can't.
You've avoided all the slashy spinny pincer things and you've won. And you're coming back to me.
Right, you've seen how quickly this thing is multi-targeting. It shot Spectra out of the sky. One shot.
Okay, look, I don't want to be rude or anything, but it can shoot Spectra out of the sky all day long, so long as it's not shooting you.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's 2 terminals I've got to get to.
I mean, she's died so many times, according to sources, that it really won't matter one more.
I've died a couple of times too, so...
No, we're not bringing that up.
Anyway, I've got to get to 2 terminals.
The little glowing heart robot that you all love so much, and so do I, is getting antsy and is wondering if it should go and get other robots to come help.
Hey guys, we've got a small problem. We need to get this done faster.
Why?
Yeah.
Because our favourite lovable K8 is wanting to bring more robots down.
Which robots?
Hang on. Oh, you can't hear. She can't hear. you.
Which robots?
Hang on. I'll ask it. Okay, yeah. All of them? Like fucking all of them.
What, all the Hell series?
No, all of them.
Why didn't it just fucking do that in the first place?
Why does it need us to be in here if it can bring all the robots
No,
in?
you see, this would be a bad thing because, as I'm sure it knows, that there's really a transmissible insanity takeover facility virus, then they'll all get infected, and then they'll all be here!
Look, could you get River to tell her friend that we're organics who don't work on the same impatient time scale as robots, and this is going to take some time to work out, but we'll get it done.
I think she knows this.
I just need you to not die.
Yes, I'd like that too.
I need you to beat the robot and win, and then we can go home.
Yes, that's the plan. We're sort of a bit fuzzy on the middle part, but that's the plan.
Hang on. What's the middle part?
The actual destroying the robot that's right in front of us.
It's just one robot, right?
You know that little one that we took out earlier on?
Oh, you mean the tiny cute little one skiing across the ice. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Remember how big it was beforehand?
Yeah, that was... Oh, it's that big.
Uh,
Oh. Yeah, no.
Hold on.
Okay, she understands it's going to take you a little bit longer to make something that huge.
It's at least 10 times bigger than that one.
You're fucking lying.
If I could send you a photo, I would. It's...
Well, unfortunately, the technology to just send photos will never exist outside of Star Trek.
Exactly.
It wasn't a thing you could do in 2012 in the real world.
It's huge. Multi-targeting. I would send you the schematics, but I can't. I even know it's weak points, but the weak points aren't really...
You could copy the schematics down and give them to me later. Just saying.
I'm sure someone else has already copied those schematics already.
Well... Just saying, you know... I really want them.
Well,
Big
you
robots.
can ask them about it afterwards, but anyway... We have to...
Mention that it's 50 feet tall and has 6 arms. Oh, sorry, 50 meters tall and has 6 arms.
It's huge.
Oh. Hang on. Okay. Your favorite robot thing... I mean... K8... The best robot has a plan. And you should let them fight it and come back up here where it's safe.
The problem is I can't activate the lift to get up there.
So what you're saying is you need Soviet to make an ice disc and float you out first.
I think as soon as we leave this area, it starts shooting.
Hang on.
You should probably shut the door now, by the way.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yes, protect your drink.
Yes.
The robot reluctantly agrees that if that's the case, then you should not do that because you must not die.
Right. Can I carry on here? I'll get back to you if I've got any more.
So there's nothing I can do to help you.
Unless you can create a muon field to
Yeah, that's easy.
inside it.
Oh. Well, I would have to go down there.
I realise that, and that's why I'm saying you.
No, muon field. Muon. Muon. Yeah, I can do that.
Yes, but you can't because you're up there, and you really. I don't know if you would be affected by the.
Yes,
virus.
I would. maybe. I mean, one doesn't just create a bunch of muons racing around without, damage.
That's why there's 2 terminals that we're going to get to that we can create the muon field.
Oh, so you can do it without me?
Yes, but the problem is getting to those terminals without being disintegrated, destroyed.
It sounds like you've got a real big problem you need to solve without distraction from me.
Yes.
Which I'm doing voluntarily of my own free will, with no coercion whatsoever.
Yes, I understand.
So I'm just going to leave you to it?
Yep.
Win, don't die.
Cool.
If it looks like you might die, sacrifice them and come back.
Alright.
But
How high is the ceiling, in quote marks, in this whole area? Like, we know the roundabout size of
It's
vertically
40, it's 40 stories high, this room.
40 stories.
so flight is an option.
Do we know the limit on the vertical sensors?
Hell no. We haven't even tried it. You got your ice ball.
Well, I'm
But
thinking
Spectra was flying.
No,
Yeah, but she took off
out.
out of straight up and out.
It's if you use your
I'm
ice...
going to try and do an ice disc. I'm going to do a test. I'm going to ice disc and fly vertically until I can go as high as I can.
Okay. As you fly up, you get over your ice wall. The robot's like... You leave the room. You're flying up the shaft.
Oh, okay,
in the
so-
room above eventually.
Well, I mean, I'll go drop back down until I'm back into the same.
And it's like...
Okay, so it's still... Because I was thinking, and if I throw an ice ball out, when I'm at look, my head is basically level with the ceiling. What happens?
So we've got a few little problems on top of the ones that we've got right here. K8 is really interested in keeping me alive.
Yeah, that's a problem. Robots want you to live. It's literally the opposite problem you've had previously.
Yeah.
To the point that it is willing to sacrifice everybody here to keep me alive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's odd.
I mean, I kind of guessed that already.
Yes.
It's creepily attached to you.
It's also coercing River to do things too, so I'm a bit concerned about that.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. River can create the muon field, but again, she can't come down here, quite likely be taken over by the virus.
So, too much energy consumption.
And it would probably kill her.
Okay, I can target all the way to the ceiling, guys.
She's back.
I assume that's about the time it'll take.
Yeah.
So,
Did it let you leave?
They let me leave.
yeah,
So unless we could drill down through the roof above it.
drill down from here? No, not a chance.
No, I mean the drill, go up into the thing.
There's like half a kilometre
Yeah,
of shaft.
yeah.
It's no,
We don't have
not
a
a chance. And that Seraphim,
You should have asked the K8 about the Seraphim, but you didn't.
no, I didn't. I got data, and it may or may not be helpful. That's the problem.
It may or may not be helpful.
Well, it can assist. It can also help on transportation. But again, all that I found was only, I wouldn't even say hearsay. It was just documents saying what it can and what others have seen it do. It wasn't actually anything, no schematic, nothing saying this is what it does, what it is, and how you operate it.
Well, let's start dealing with solutions. We stand a better chance of operating the south console. I can probably deflect a few shots, now that I know what's coming.
I mean, the getting there isn't the
I'm gonna do
problem.
another
You can get there
test.
very quick.
I'm gonna do another test. I'm gonna take the ice wall up with me as I ascend.
Cool. What are you expecting?
I will
the
follow
robot only
where
started
the robot
following me.
eye goes. It
Nope.
doesn't follow her?
Nope.
It just stays looking at us now?
It's all well and good us distracting that thing, but what about that thing?
The one
Is the drone still
drone
flying?
flying around.
Actually, it's been so long that will have run out of battery and crashed into the ground in a flaming wreckage.
Appropriately, right now.
Yeah, actually, right. As I say it.
Okay.
Modern drones that size with LiPo batteries and all that have like a 12 to 15 minute airtime span. So a drone made in 1986 with a 9 volt isn't going to stay in the air that long, even with advanced all the
9
time
volt.
technology.
It'd be one of those 6 volts.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, big torch ones you had.
Now that I'm at the top near the roof, what happens if the ice wall is like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I basically flatten it out like that so it's beyond the...
It disintegrates as lasers hit it.
Oh, there we go then.
And then the robot does that thing again.
So it wasn't even looking at me, so I'm guessing what it did was it immediately went snap bang.
Can't deflect the
Right.
laser.
When it's got the gun out,
One of its arms is
What?
the gun.
but it puts it back in its body.
No, it slots it back down into.
Oh, okay.
Because the arms sort of like slot together into one thick arm,
Yeah.
and then can separate.
Like a
Soviet, throw while it's putting the arm away. Just keep throwing small ice balls as it takes the time to move the gun as it's putting the gun away. See if that's a window.
Okay, I'll just go. Yeah.
No, that won't work because it'll keep the gun out. You need to throw it.
Okay.
It destroys it. It goes to put the gun away. You throw it. You throw again.
Okay.
Okay, so you throw it.
Yeah.
It goes like destroys one.
Yeah. Bang!
As it's putting this one down, the other one goes bang,
Uh-huh.
and then the other one comes back up, and it's like,
Oh, so there's never a timer there to.
well, that's it. That's the trial.
and now it's not putting them away. In fact, I'm actually going to have it go do this.
I don't think that worked.
A moo echoes from above.
But it was a good idea. I'm coming back down now.
Defilers, emerge from your safety and be destroyed.
But
Your
we're not.
sacrifice will be glory.
We're not
No,
defilers.
no.
We're here on official business. You're obstructing us.
Fitness.
Business with a D.
Biology detected. Defilers.
Destructor.
But
It's also
Dr. Destructo is also biological.
The screen over there says a new thing, but because you're all in the center, you can't read it.
I'll go across and read it.
It says, removing sanctuary zone on altar to expunge defilers.
Ah, fuck, we're in shit now.
Clear
Guys,
clearance required. Reasons. They're back sassing. Granted.
what? Our sanctuary's about to disappear, so we need to move now.
Gamer, go north.
I immediately swoop you up in my big arms.
We're just gonna have to hope that accessing the terminals doesn't take long.
Well, I don't have a chance, I'm being swooped up, so.
That's fine. But
You're
you're still
out-
going to
you're
need to know
out,
what
yeah,
turn you're going.
Soviet.
should have 17.
Fuck! I actually rolled high for once.
That's good. Well, this is the time where we want you to roll high more than ever.
Running for the south console. Low.
21. I grabbed you and jumped.
Ah.
That's. Unless you went before me.
No, I would have spent all my time getting up off the floor.
I would like to point out that your theme for this adventure has been involuntary grabbing.
Unk.
I mean, to your net benefit, but
Hey, the only time I've done willing the things was hitting the deck when I rolled a natural 1 to avoid being obliterated.
I love that the reviews for Captain Marvel are basically tanking it.
Yes!
It's like it's come out and everyone's like, it's shit.
Yeah, it's boring and smug.
It's smug about itself, yeah. Anyway,
When jumping, I'm basically like angling it so there's no spectra visible by that rope.
okay. Right.
Prepared action.
So, it doesn't have an initiative. Just letting you mechanically know how this works. Its gets to take an action for every one of your actions. That's how that works. This is because it's so big it is effectively 10 things. And because that's how this boss fight is set up. So, whomsoever goes first may do so.
Try not to die.
Well,
That's your action.
Well, what I did. Well,
So
what I-
you leap. with
yeah,
it.
I grabbed Spectre and jumped to the south one, wasn't it?
You can make that in the whole thing, I believe.
Yeah, and I can do that in one action.
Okay, so, what's your dodge? And I'll slap on a fairly big bonus for moving so fast. So your dodge will be 10 plus 10 plus your thing.
I believe it's.
I believe your dodge is actually crap.
It's the 0.
Okay, so it's 20. But that's okay, because it rolled a 3. But its ranged attack is... Oh, cool. Yeah, no, laser, it's like... Yeah! And it's like... Yeah! As it's like... It's not just like... It's like hosing laser lights past you, but you're over there, and then you land inside the little marked safety field, and it's like... But there's not enough room for both of you. What will happen? Next person!
What'd you get?
21. I'm assuming I'm next.
So you're grabbing him, are you?
Yep. And when I take off, just try to get all the altitude possible, and then
Just
dive,
bang.
spiral, fly at the other terminal.
Ah,
Assuming missiles or something.
Okay, I will need a
Yeah.
intestinal fortitude check of you. And what's your dodge? And you're going that fast, so let's say that's a plus 10 as well. 10 and 10 is 20 plus. What's your dodge?
8.
28. Yes. Please tell me that's what I think it is.
Oh no.
Defense wins. So, it's just like finished with that. You're like flying over that way, and it's like, oh! Lasers fly through the air. Now there's just like this big after image of anyone looking at it. The purple and green McDonald's logo will be.
I'm loving it.
Was it avoiding shooting at the destructo face on the ceiling?
No, that's wrecked, but it's rebuilding itself.
be 16.
But you're fine. Who's next?
No, I was on 17, so I guess I'm just the safety zone is. I'm still way up in the air because I didn't come back down again, so I'm just gonna like dive down into wherever and just try and
Draw
like
some
random,
fire.
yeah, just random.
Okay, but I believe your form of flight is actually very slow, so not as much as a bonus as them.
Yeah, it's not like it's like 30 k's an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty slow.
That's very, very.
What's
slow.
your
miles,
face
I think
speed,
it's
and
in,
then you
sorry.
like.
Also in
dive
combat
out.
it will turn into hover because of the City of Heroes rules. Oh, what's your dodge?
Yeah, because I've got 80 on the wing.
My dodge.
Plus
It'll be
5.
My
So
dodge
10
plus
so
5.
15 plus your dodge number.
20.
Defense wins. But since I got 21, that doesn't matter. Okay, so you will need a toughness check. 15. Oh dear God, that's a lot of number.
Not the best. 16.
Well, that's 3 degrees of failure.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wait, is it? Hang on. Oh, actually, I can't shoot you with those.
Oh.
I have to shoot you with the third thing. That is
So the
not
whole
a
thing
toughness check.
was a failure?
That's a fortitude check.
Oh.
So that's 10 plus your fortitude number, I believe.
So for 14 then, if it's fortitude based.
Okay, you are
So I don't
dizzy.
roll. Okay.
You are dizzy.
That'll help my random uncontrollable swerving then, I guess, hopefully. Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
next?
That'd be me.
Okay, so you've just torpedo tomahawk missile crashed into the ground, killing both of you, right?
Yeah.
Without the killing part.
I'll try to slow it a bit on the landing, but it is
Superhero landing.
Do you
hug into a crash roll.
Do you have safe fall? Oh no!
Oh no! Okay, so I guess you will use your move action to pick yourself up and unentangle yourself from the smoking wreckage of the Eagle.
Yes.
I don't know, smoking wreckage. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like you would have dived in such a way that you hit the ground first. Because
Yeah.
Xander's the one that needs to hit the terminal.
And
then
Xander
sort
would have
of
just
crash
splattered
tunnel.
any other way.
So you guys need to spend time practicing together, so you can do that. Do practice things like, so when you hit the ground and like roll like that, you like
Throw.
give him this cool flick up onto his feet, pro wrestler style. But no, you haven't been doing that.
And
so.
also, have you ever seen Xander be able to do that successfully in any...
Practice makes nerdfict.
Plus, it's all him. You're not doing fucking anything.
Yeah,
That's
still-
not shit.
I've
All
still
you have to
found
do is manage to not fall over when you end up on your feet.
And not vomit.
You're
Yeah,
in the right form.
And honestly, I would expect not die.
any form would probably
like a
do
tower
really well.
would be
Yeah,
fairly
that's what I was
dexterous.
thinking.
Be fairly
Yeah, that's what I was
dexterous.
thinking.
Be fairly
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
dexterous.
Chạy路边快做完你出比 Feelings are favy La sande da surface Don't know what
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.